Welcome back, everybody, to FACEIT TV. It's been some incredible action today. I think. Do you have a game that you would highlight? Because I know what you're going to say. So, just what was your favorite game so far of today?
So far, I would like to watch Demon versus coolleR or Guard versus coolleR for sure. And next game, I don't know what game is going on right now. I think it's going to be coolleR versus right now.
Yeah, we're just sorting it out, and I think we're joining up on the servers.
If I remember, it's Etty. You told me like Etty was a really great player. I really don't know his player, so I.
Yeah, this could definitely be a chance for an upset, but at the same time, coolleR's shape, he's not vulnerable anymore. He's got a solid shape going. It's not like when he just came back from a lot of inactivity. The guy is definitely quite scary at the moment. I mean, he won last weekend against Cypher in a convincing fashion, and also showing some types of skills that we're not really used to seeing from coolleR. Like, he's showing incredible aim. Like, that was the highlight. It was just how his aim was just ridiculous, and Cypher he just couldn't handle it, and he just I think he was a little bit ragey here and there.
Yeah, that's what kind of the problem, I guess. He was raging and was not even focusing about his skill after all. He was just raging about many unlucky stuff that happened to him, and unfortunately he didn't play his game, and coolleR was just being mentally pumped up, and at the moment he was just hitting everything. So.
Would you say that like so let's talk about like the mental game and stuff. Yeah. Is there like a player for you that has the strongest mental game? You like, when you think of it, you like this guy has the most solid mental game of all players.
You ask me like who has the best mental game? I would say maybe I would say Evil.
Okay,
he's kind of there that when he's playing, he's just not even whining. He just plays game, and even if he's got like plus 30, we'll just play and we just play his game, not whining and stuff. And that's why, I mean, he won DreamHack and stuff, so it's not mental. It
that was really impressive.
Yeah, really impressive, so congratulations for him. But at this moment, I would say it's him for sure. And the weakness of mental, I would say Cypher for sure. He's the best for me, in my opinion, but when he rage, he just don't play his game. So it was the same for me, I guess, maybe still the same for me too, but right now, but yeah.
How did you work on that kind of stuff? Like, if there's like players out there that they're like, okay, I struggle with like raging and stuff, like being frustrated, like how did you work it out for yourself?
I work in myself because I would say thanks to Shootmania, because I'm playing as a team, and as I'm playing as a team, I'm just playing with players, so they just help me, and they just control my attitude and stuff, and I'm lucky to have pretty mature players with me, and they just give me more maturity too in the game, and I just realized that the less you rage, the better you play, and that's really true. The less you rage, the better you play. So that's the only advice I have to say. Like, just don't rage, just play your game. Sometimes just rage in order to make on purpose, just to make him rage and just play your best game. But that's it. Just don't rage for nothing, because that's useless, I would say.
Yep, and Etty and coolleR are on the server now.
Yeah.
And Etty's actually, like, we saw Etty pull some good results back in January when we were holding the Thursday Level 10 Cups. He actually got to a finals of one. I'm not sure of who it was against. I think it was maybe Demon actually. But Etty showed that he was someone that had like all the skill sets required to be a good jeweler, but maybe some of them weren't developed yet. And actually, he was definitely someone who was raging a bit, and that was the weakness that we saw, the biggest weakness. So we'll see if he can keep it under control against coolleR. I guess against a player like coolleR's caliber, you go in as a player like Etty, like having no expectations. You're like, there's no pressure at all. And I mean, anything you can be happy that you at least made it to play against someone who could be considered one of the best Quake Live players of all time. So actually, talking about that, do you have like a top 3 of, let's say, best Quake Live players of all time? Who would be in your top 3?
First, Cypher.
You can put yourself in there if you want.
No, I won't. Online, I would put myself.
Okay.
Online, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But online, I would say Cypher for sure. If he would have not raged so much as he used to do and still do, like for sure he would have been first in any situations. But he's still first in my heart, for sure. Second, I would say Rafa, because not raging too. Yeah, I said Evil, but Rafa too.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's stone cold.
Rafa is a good example, and another player which I think is underestimated, like Party, I would say Dahang.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because this player is freaking good, and nobody talk about him.
Yeah,
he's really so freaking good, and
I guess it's because the American he doesn't get to play much because the American scene is not very active.
Now, when you talk about Dahang, you remember him as Toy Story, but not about his skill. And he's really good in game, and you should not remember him like when I call him Buzz Lightyear. You should really remember him about his skill, because he's really.
The funny thing is that I've never heard that before, but as soon as you said like Toy Story, I was like. Oh, okay. But I just instantly got it.
Yeah, because he really looks like him. It's not really
Yeah.
pixels. He really does look like him. They made Toy Story in the film, in the movie.
Yeah.
They should just put him as an actor.
Yeah, they should do that. But I mean, also like talking about this topic, like you're saying online versus LAN and stuff. What's the big difference? Like, why can't you play necessarily as good on LAN than you can on online?
I think the settings and stuff, I guess, but I don't know. I just managed to handle that, and I don't. Yeah, the last event I did when I was playing my game, I was like second. So
yeah.
So I start to improve more and more, and I hope in the next event I will do the same. Just
Yeah.
not being afraid, not being pressured, and
Yeah, cool. I mean, if we have more Quake Live LANs coming up, I mean, you're
the
kind of
mic
like after the Shoot Mania experience, where you're saying like it really helps you. It'd be
Yeah.
quite cool to see the difference, because hopefully we'll have stuff coming up. But
Yeah.
look, we have a
Look at
game
the game.
getting underway. coolleR versus etty, and this is going to be an interesting one on Lost World. We saw one of these earlier. We're off on coolleR to begin with, and again, start spawns. Give me your thoughts.
at the moment it's equal spawn right now. No, maybe not. I think coolleR has the better spawn right
Whoa.
now. And etty just rushed. Oh my god.
Whoa, the rockets.
But coolleR had the best spawn there because he managed to take the Megas and the rocket launcher, and then he could have taken the shaft as etty was going to rocket launcher. So better spawn from coolleR right now, and surprisingly etty didn't have the good spawn, so he wanted to surprise and kill him there, but he didn't connect.
coolleR right now with some jumping towards etty. etty managing to just about escape there, but the red is up on the spot, and coolleR is on the prowl here. He knows etty's there. Oh, etty gonna come out. Whoa, he does. How does etty come out of there, do the damage, hit the direct rocket, and steal the red, and maybe get the kill? What is happening? That is just crazy.
Remember etty against Luke? It was the same,
okay,
like,
okay.
rushing, so you can
Yeah.
expect a lot for him.
He's still playing like that crazy style, just like, this doesn't make sense, but I'll go for it.
I won't say it doesn't make sense. I think if he really does it on purpose, I would say like it's really genuine.
Yeah.
It's like it's really genius. Like you don't expect that, and that's more. You don't expect that, and like coolleR, he didn't expect that, so he hit
Yeah.
himself instead. So
Maybe that's the etty effect. It's like throwing off coolleR slightly.
because it's a good tactic sometimes to do stupid moves sometimes, because you like, I don't understand your moves, and you're starting to rage yourself like I don't understand. I'm taking a lot of damage, and it's so freaking bad move right now. So but at this moment it just proves that it's not a bad move, because etty took back the control and he makes a lot of damage. So.
And this is a position that coolleR is like a great player to watch him, because he's super patient in a position of out of control on a map like Lost World. coolleR knows exactly how to handle it. So coolleR's super comfortable, even though he's out of control. And I mean, you should feel uncomfortable because you have less stack. You're kind of trying to not take fights and be wary of your opponent trying to cut you off. This guy is experienced in this spot. So here we go. He's out on the map now, and etty, where is he? He's around the shards area. So coolleR's he wants to make a play onto the mega, but I guess he has no mega time, and it's not anytime soon. The red is coming up in 5, so etty's going to appear any moment here, going to push himself out onto the map, and there we go. coolleR spotting him long range. Doesn't want to push out in that angle. It would be really damaging for him to do so. He has to fall back.
That's exactly what he has to do, like just waiting for the next mega, just having the time right now and not taking any fight, because he knows that he does not have advantage right now. He knows that etty is like pretty stacked, so he should not do anything, just moving, just taking the position, using the stuff.
Wow. And he even gets the mega too.
He had the mega time, so at this moment for sure he knew it, and he just waited, taking the yellow armor, taking the position, and using the fight. And what he does,
wow.
We will play from coolleR, just abusing the spawn, I mean not abusing the spawn, abusing the item, taking the yellow armor.
Great patience.
Yeah, exactly. Red armor is not really important on that map, as long as you control the yellow armor. It's really important to notice, once you take one yellow armor, when you have the control, you have the total control of the map, and you are more stacked than your opponent for sure.
And there we go, coolleR going to push with that choke point straight onto etty. etty caught with the wrong weapon out there, going to have to make that switch mid-fight. That's never a good sign. And coming off onto coolleR with the shotgun off the spawn. Ambitious. Good move.
Still good move. He doesn't even take the red armor. He will control all the yellow armor before taking the red armor. So he takes everything in order to control totally everything. And that's exactly the best move that you could do there.
And coolleR is oh my god, his shape is so good right now. What is etty going to do to bring this one back? It's going to take 4 frags against coolleR on Lost World. Before you already said, okay, 4 frags on Lost World is a huge difference. And etty needs to bring out the crazy.
He has to keep the height. He should not even, he should just forget about the red armor, because once you go to the red armor, you are like very, very vulnerable right now. And he came there and he died there, so he just has to play with town and just control the yellow armor, having the perfect time on mega health, hoping that coolleR will try to shake him or trap him in order to take the mega health at this moment. So he has to force his opponent of trapping him, then he has to steal item for sure. If he knows that his opponent is just trying to surprise, but nothing he can do right now because coolleR is just playing perfectly. He just controls all the items and trying to do everything there. So only he has to do is just waiting, and timing the yellow armor, taking it, and wait until he makes the right move.
It's definitely something that we've seen coolleR show us patience, but etty hasn't really shown us patience yet as a player. I mean, we saw that Campgrounds game that pretty much summed up everything we need to know about etty's patience. And here we go, coolleR taking some damage, but he's maintained position. He's going to steal away yellow, guaranteed red armor as well, but he's going to choose to have positioning for a little while longer, maybe catch etty, but no, nothing from etty just yet. 150, 150, etty's got 50 armor and catches coolleR in the back. This is perfect, efficient damage.